Hey, hey. Where is my screen, buddy boy? Buddy boy. Hey. Give me a second, y'all. I am setting up over here. Like, whoa. Are you serious right now? Ugh, I swear. They are always messing with a brother. Give me 1 second, y'all. Of course, YouTube wants to act trife while I'm trying to stream. Like, I just pushed stream and now it's trying to tell me I can't stream. Like, are you serious right now? Are you serious right now? Are you for real, for real? Like, are you for real, for real? I swear to God, I'll never touch that girl. All right, I think, there we go. Hey, I think the audio sounds good today. Hey, let's go. Let's go. What's up, everybody? Welcome to CryptoPlunder Live. Toxic Thoughts, where I dump my brain on the internet when I see some crazy stuff happening, and some crazy stuff is happening. I hope everyone is well. I know everything that's going on with the market is crazy. My name is J Tragic Jeffrey, and we up in this piece. We up in this piece. So let me get this stuff set the heck on up. I am going to get my stream URL going and then get this put in the Discord so we can get my people up on it. I be on it, on it. Copy link address, go to the Discord, pop this in here, and get my description. Oh, what's going down in the? It's going down in the. It's going down. All right, there we go. Give me 1 second, y'all. It goes down in the DM. It go down. It go down. It go down. And let me make sure I put out the alert. At. Nope, I can't do that. Okay. Well, okay. Let me just do this. Give me 1 second, y'all. Just copying and pasting the last stream Cashlane crew so that I can get this out because I don't have the Cashlane crew tag right now. Hey, where are you? Hey. Give me 1 second. Getting this one thing. I swear I'm going to get this thing automated better. I swear. I so solemnly swear. Give me a second. Let me just, from user, from tragic. Hey. From TR. You know what? You are messing with me. Messing with me. Hold on. Why are you messing with me? Search. There we go. Now I can just jump to this one. And let me copy this real fast. Yeah. Gotcha. And hit the D. 1, Oh, did you change your name again, Don Wone? Danye. I think Danye changed his name again. Damn you, Danye. You're always changing your name. Let's see who's this. Show enough. Is that who Danye is now? I think Danye is now show enough. Yep, I think Danye is show enough. Okay, so now Danye is show enough. Damn. Show enough. All right, there we go. And hit enter. All right, sorry about that. I had to get the Discord popping. Link in the description. We're going to get moving. We are about to get moving. Just had to get this going. All right. So, hope everybody is well. We are about to. I don't have the tag, man. Hold on. Give me 1 second, y'all. Just need to do this real fast. Let them see that I don't got this. That I don't got. Don't got. Hey, don't got. Hey, don't got it. That I don't got it. Hey, don't got it. Hey. All right, everyone. I hope everybody is well. We're going to talk about what's going on in the markets real fast because I need y'all to know that this is serioso. So, transformer crash. So back here when we were talking about, hey, I'm buying the dip, I told y'all this is the pocket that I wanted to be in. And then of course we ran up here, and I was expecting us to do our 100K run all the way to the top. But I had to learn the economy and start understanding the economy and understanding how bad our economy was and where we are in this cycle of our economy, which is no bueno, right? Because there is no money. We've got to think about where is capitalization going to come from if everybody's in the market. And it's not just one market. We're talking about all these markets are heavily saturated with printed money, right? That's what we got to deal with. Money was printed. Now we've had time where there's no more checks, right? The last of I think the family stimulus is this month. And then after that, there will be no more, right? And then they've got next year's things. And now this whole Munchin thing where he's like saying he ain't going to be doing no signing nothing, which if you look at now where you're going to get cash flow, who's going to speculate? Now, they've been pushing this narrative in the news about this Christmas rally, right? Christmas rally coming. And I've been saying, if you looked at the chart, I told you that Bitcoin by itself is a problem at the end of the year. And there's a significant dip. While these pumps, pow, did not happen. Well, this drop happened. It just happened a week late. But these pumps didn't happen because there's no capitalization. But all of these drops and the pumps that I did call did play out. So from here on, which the videos will prove, here on we have our pumps, right? And everything was running according to schedule up until there was just no more money. And then we had the whole fudding out and everything else, and transformers, and bang, Omicron kills everything, right? As far as the momentum of any stock plays. And then we've got the Fed. Now, I told y'all in my last video, I told y'all that I did not see this. I did not see the market playing to the upside for the Christmas rally that I expected, because Elon is selling, insiders are selling. And with those sell-offs, the market is, of course, taking a little bit of its nosedive. Now, the problem we are all, The reason why I told you I was out of the market with the Fed tapering, that's interest rates that typically trigger a sell off, right? We're going to go back and start looking at those as well because that way y'all can see it as well. But what I need y'all to understand is that while every one of these crypto guys, and I love Bitcoin. I love Bitcoin. I love accumulating it. I love what it's potentially what it could represent, especially all of crypto technology. But I also believe you're supposed to buy low, sell high, right? That's basic. That's supposed to be just basic. Buy low, sell high. And if I have an opportunity, or if I know systematically, right, I say that if we go back in time, you see this? This is January. I want you to understand every January there is a dip, except for like this halvening cycle pump happened, and you know I don't count that one. But if you look at besides that one, look at every single red arrow that shows up. January there is typically red, a dip, red. There's always a dip, a significant dip in January. So with January right around the corner, and the odds of a dip being there, that's the reason why I've been so bearish on the market. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean you don't make money in the market during this time? Fortunately and unfortunately, there is a way to make money in this market, and I've actually begun pulling the trigger. I've actually pulled the trigger on it, and I'm going to share it with y'all. Smash the likes. Make sure you tell your friends. I am telling y'all how I play in real time with no paywall, right? See this? This is on Kucoin's exchange. It is the BTC 3X short ticker. I have played into this position. Let me actually pull up my let me pull that up real fast for you so you can see it. This is my 3S short positions. Give it a second, it's loading up. Come on, don't play. Don't play today, please. Thank you, thank you. Sankey. Here we go. So, as you can see, I've already mapped this out, right? And I've already put in my plays. Let's go on the daily. And I want to show you my daily chart on this ticker. Now, what this ticker is Bitcoin short. Now, this is the short positions that are on that you can purchase on the exchange. And as you can see here, bow, I have pulled the trigger on a purchase, and I actually pulled the trigger again, but I don't see it here. Bo. I don't see my other trigger pull because I pulled today the trigger on another one. So yeah, I pulled the trigger again. I made a purchase. Oh. Where are you? Portfolios. There we go. So yeah, so I went ahead and pulled the trigger on the BTC 3S, and this is the short position. And what this is that if I'm telling y'all that I believe Bitcoin's going to go down, then, and I'm telling y'all, oh, it is a serious event that is encroaching, right? Hold on, let me make sure I save this properly and do this again. No. Yes, that's right. Okay, cool. Let me just load BTC. So as you see, that's going up. So now if I'm telling you on this chart, right? If I'm saying on this chart, I think this is going to go down, that, hey, we're going down. If I feel that, then my play is I'm going to play on it, right? So this is my play on it. So if we go, why am I now making that play? This is why I now am making the play. This is the 200-day moving average. When you fall under that line, it is no bueno. See? And I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you on the 4-hour how serious the 200 moving average is and how it is real. out on these streets, right? So boom, you're going through the market, you're bouncing up against this 200, you go above the 200, all of a sudden the market's just doing this run up, everything is good. Now look what happens on the 4 hour when you cross that line. Pow, you drop down. And then that's been it. It's just cut it out, right? Then when you go to the 12 hour, I want you to see what happens at the 12 hour when you break. Bow, you see how significant that drop down was. Let's go to the day now. See, we're now underneath of that. Now, what I tell you in sentiment charting, link in the description. I tell you when you do sentiment charting, you are looking at these lines of purples and blues. What is the purples? The purples, you take your monthly lines and you draw monthly lines. You see in the past, you see the future. When from the past, you'll see the future. If you go to the weeklies, your past, you'll see your futures, where things bounce off of, right? So if I go down to the daily in my past, I'll see my future. So here's this purple line, which is significant. Whenever you break a significant line, like this last purple line, look what happened. Pow, pow, pow. Bounce. And what do? You bounce off the next purple line. So now, if I know we're getting ready in the view now, hold on, let me show you. Let's tighten this up. Tighten up, man. Tighten up, man. Let's go to the day. Look at how many days we've now ticked under this. 1, 2, 3. A crunch, 3. How many hits does it take before you drop? 3. It has 3 touches. 1, 2, 3. And once this solidifies, so basically one more day under this, so that'll be tomorrow. Or not tomorrow. Yeah, that'll be tomorrow. One more day under this, you could potentially see a significant drop. Now, look where we're at. This is 45, right? We're bouncing around this zone. Once we breach that zone, what did I say happens? From one purple, you bounce off the next purple. Look at what that price range is. So that is why I'm playing the play I'm playing. This is why I'm short. Because 1, we are now significantly getting underneath that 200-day moving average. We have momentum of negative sentiment over here on the RSI. We've got the Willie into negative territory. And we have the MACD zoning in and getting ready to peak some red on the day. How do I know we're going to get there? Let's look at the 4 hour. And the 4 hour will tell us our future, right? 4 hours start telling you things. And there's your 4 hour. What is it showing you? You are in negative zone on the MACD. We go to the 12 hour. What does that mean? Hold on. Give me a second. Where are you? There you are. There you. Damn. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me get some more room on this. And let me close this up just a little bit. There we are. So you can kind of see we're swirling around like DNA. But if it continues on the path that we've seen on the 4 hour, we already know that there's a potential that we're going to be peaking into red. We're already in red. It just needs to swirl out. And if we go into the 1 hour or even the 2 hour, 2 hour shows we're negative and we might be condensing back. The 1 hour, let me go all the way down. Can I go down? Pause. 1 hour. There we are. Okay, hold on. Can we go even further down? 15 minutes? Toma. All right, so potentially it's not that bad. I mean, it has a chance, but that is only on the day. That has near nothing. Near nada. Why I'm playing my position is this. I don't play into the micros. I look at the macro. Where are we at the MACD? When did the MACD tell us to get out of this play? MACD said November 15th. Brow. That red has tanked it all the way down. And look at how wide on an average that is. What is that telling you? And then we still have this peeking its ugly head. That is the dips. The dips that I call pretty much will run their course. And then there's a significant dip in the stock market because they're still waiting for the Christmas rally that ain't happening, right? Still waiting on this Christmas rally. So let me show you. What's this? Bitcoin, US dollar, Coinbase. All right. So this is on the day. So let me show you what my watch list looks like right now. My watch list, of course, I'm looking at the BTC USD, just to keep an eye on those prices. I'm looking at BTC short position, the BTC long position. So it's right now at $21. That's if you think Bitcoin's going up. $1 if you think it's going down. So you can see how wide that spread is. Of course, I'm looking at the S&P 500. As you can see, is 1% down on the day. Again, proving that there's some problems in this market. Look at this. This is the 50-day moving average, and this is the 100-day moving average. You see what happens at the 50? You break through, bang. The same thing is happening on the other side of the world. And look at the negative sentiment on the MACD on the day. What do we talk about when I tell you what just happens on the MACD? I use the same charts tools that I showed you in my charting. Same damn tools. I just brought it to TradingView. Same tools that I showed y'all how I set up my charts. Same tools. And you can see the VIX is in negative volatility. I've got these. I've got the MAC showing me. Hold on. Why is this Lux oscillator here? Give me 1 second. This is actually not supposed to be here. There we go. Get that out of here. And then move to the existing pane above. Yes. There we go. Sorry about that. Wait, what did I just do? Oh, come on, man. Move to existing pane. All right, there we go. You know what? Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me load my screens the way I need to, because this thing is bugging the hell on out. This is not how I want it right now. ToxicHustle default. There we go. We're just going to use this for now without the Lux indicators. So this way you can just see this, right? So S&P 500, boom, it crosses over into the negative, crossing the negative, crossing the negative. So in the same breath of what I'm doing with the other charts, you can see the S&P playing the same exact way. Bitcoin on the day, cross into the negative on the Willy. And if we look at the RSI, the relative strength index, is saying it's going up. But again, if we're looking at seasons of Bitcoin, we already know what's going on. We know we're going to be pulling down to the downside. So what has been the dealio, right? What's been going on in not only just the markets, but just in the world? What I've been looking at is a few things. So there are major transitions in the business world. And if you see the news that the whole team has been doing in the Musical Geniuses Discord, Cash Lane Room. Shout out to you for being able to handle 1,000 tabs at once. Whatever, Danye. Yeah, I got 5,000 tabs, man. There's a lot going on. All right, so what's the transition? All right, we know the market's going down, and I've already lived some of this a couple of times, where especially Bitcoin crashing 2017 to 2018, right? So 2018, when 2018 run happened, boom, Bitcoin hits down, Bitcoin crashes down. What you're going to end up seeing is a lot of these YouTubers and everybody talking about how they trade and how good their trades are, they ain't gonna be around after January. Like they're gonna have a hard time doing contact in February. In fact, they're gonna be real depressed come February, March, when Bitcoin does not pull back up for them. And what content do you have when you're catching a falling knife, trying to say, oh, it's gonna bounce here, it's gonna bounce here, it's gonna bounce here, oh, it's gonna come back, it's gonna come back? How? Fear is gonna run through the market because there's no, you cannot buy up this crap. You just can't keep trying to catch a falling knife, right? So I want to show you some of the things that we've been talking about in the Discord. And I want y'all to see why I keep saying that I don't see how they can keep telling us everything's okay. Right. So in China, there Turkey. Right. So who said this? I think this is okay. Yes, between Cirrus and myself, the lira is crashing in Turkey. So their revenue, the lira, their fiat, is crashing. It cannot sustain itself with all of the printing that has happened with the economy. So they're in a hyperinflation situation. And even in the Discord, um, who put it out? I think it was. Is it down here? UAE. Here you go. RTP did it, right? So RTP talked about the fact that Turkey's going to be holding the bag. People are cashing out in silver. People are trying to get into hard assets. I'm actually going to start doing on my watch list. I'm actually going to start looking at gold. Where is it? Give me a second. I got, like you said, I got a million windows. Million windows. Where's the window? Where are you? This is not you. That must be you. Shiza. I got way too much. There we go. All right. So here on the SPX, right? So I've got the XPX on this watch. I got Rivian on my watch list. Look at how, look, 5% down on Rivian. Right? You got Affirm, which, okay, that's the buy now, pay later company. You've got, I'm watching US Steel, and I'm watching General Motors. All right. That's going to be a battery play on General Motors while I'm watching them. Now, again, if I am watching the market and I'm seeing the market getting ready to go down, now what I'm going to start doing is the same way you see me doing my charts. Look, 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 look how it falls. Look, same thing. I'm using a 25, a 50, 100 and 200 day moving average indicator. And when it drops below one of them averages, man, it just falls, right? This one is the 200. This is the 100. And then, of course, it'll fall to the 200. And then, of course, you look at General Motors, it falls into this negative sentiment. You see? The charts just do the same thing over and over again. All right. So on the ToxicHustle watch list, so that y'all know what we're watching for ToxicHustle. ToxicHustle is our media side of our business. This is what we're going to be watching as as everything drops. What we're going to be looking at is BTC, of course, ETH, Cardano, XRP, Chainlink, because that's a data play, Tezos, because that's 4% staking interest, and I want it as low as possible, and having it low and getting 4%, I'll take that. Loopring, HNT, because that's the helium miner that we're also working on. We have our helium miner up and running. AVAX, which is another infrastructure play and NFT play. We'll be looking at Doge just because Elon likes it. You don't fight billionaires having fun. Aave, because that is, of course, the DeFi play. I want to catch that at the lowest price and then get some more interest on that. And then Theta, because that is video. That's basically it's trying to be like Twitch, right? So that's your streaming play. Now I will put Audius. Actually, let me do that now. You can see it live. Audius. KuCoin? No, A-U-D-I-U-S. Poloniex. There we go. Tether. KuCoin. Yeah. There we go. So and yeah, Audius, because that's a audio play and music and NFTs, music based NFTs right here. Right. So that's Toxic Hustle's position and what we're looking at for Toxic Hustle overall next year as the market cools off. We're going to be looking here. We're going to start. I'll start doing charts on these and getting this so I'll know where the buy-in points are and where the buy-in our buy-in strategy is. Let's see now. Also, toxic gaming, which we have not forgot. We just have not had time for it as we're figuring out how to make money in the downturn of the market. I didn't have time to really get into the gaming side yet. We will get into gaming springish, probably right before summer, because we go back into the studio in spring. I going back in the studio in January, potentially January, like late January, and then that way we can crank out more tracks, get them situated to get into stream into video, get that uploaded to CD Baby, so we can start earning royalties on that, and then have that as playlists that play in the background as I'm streaming and as for intros and all that other stuff, and then start growing that out. So what the big thing is how the system that we're building is going to begin tracking royalties, and then once I'm tracking royalties internally, then I'll be able to start adding people in that I'm using assets for or from, and then be able to track royalties on those assets so that we can kick out payments of some kind of something, right? So in our toxic gaming sector, we're looking at EFI because that's Engine's governance. So we want to hold as much as that because there will be some airdrops that come with that as well. So as this all drops down, we're going to be buying this all up on the cheap. So we want you to know exactly what we're getting into once this market completes its sell-off, which will be EFI. Again, that's the governance token for Engine. Of course, we're doing Matic. Come on now, y'all know. We're doing Matic. Of course, Solana, Luna, Mana, because that's Decentraland. Like we said, we want to get some discounts on that. Illuvium, because you know that game is going to be crazy. That's the 3D Pokemon. And then, of course, the Gala token, we don't buy. We have a Gala server, and that Gala server has been earning for us. Actually, let me check on that damn server. Not right now. We'll do it later. So that is our watch list. So I want to be able to now start doing that where I show you what we're interested in and then what we're tracking. And then this is some of the data points that are also going into Toxic Hustle, right? So it's important for y'all to see we are looking at the market. We are going to also look at Tesla and put that on here, but not right now. We'll wait until it's not. Right now, we're going to look at other plays. So let us get into a little bit of the news, only as it concerns a few things that we've seen. And I'm going to actually do it from the Discord because the team has been good on getting things together. So I've told y'all before about DNA storage. Y'all think that they're stopping the Pokemon, the pokes that are going to come. It is a programming language, mRNA, excuse me, is code, right? It is code. If you don't know, now you know. So if it is code, understand code, you can write things to it. So what they're figuring out is that DNA, you can store data. So, when we get real spooky with things like the Bible, we get real spooky when, in the book, it tells you your eyes will tell on you, your flesh will tell on you, and everything around you tells on you. It's basically, you've got audio, visual, and you're basically an artificial intelligence. And inside you have infinite storage ability. So you can store an infinite amount of storage, and they're figuring it out, and now they're making hard drives from it. Plain and simple. Right? So we've got to stop the cute and clamorous about what this technology is and what's about to happen because we've already been told. And this is not to be spooky. I'm not trying to do no biblical BS. I'm trying to just be straight. Like, this isn't on a this is a straight up look. Unix code. Let me hold on, give me a second. Let me for those of y'all that do not know, let me show you something real quick. Let me show you something real quick. Quick, right? 666 Unix. I know some of y'all in the 3 a.m. room already know this. What is a 666? It is a Unix command that lets an operator of a system tell how much access you can permit to a file. How did I learn this? I learned this years ago, right before the 2000 glitch. I hate spam when you're in the middle of something. Right before the 2000 glitch, I was learning how to write code. I was learning how to write Perl CGI code. And it was called a guest book, right? I was trying to learn how to write a guest book, and there was an online tutorial to teach you how to write a guest book. And one of the files, you have to make a little control panel, and in that control panel, give yourself permissions to files. And then I had to change a file 666. Simple, right? Let he who have understanding know and calculate the number of the beast. It's the number of man, so basically created by man, and that number is 606 scoring 666. That's simple. Simple math with that one then, right? So it's going to be something's going to be created by man, and it's going to have 666. There it is. And what's the sixth letter of the Hebrew alphabet? Just so that we wouldn't even miss this thing. Sixth letter Hebrew. Right? Is Vav. Alphabet. Give me 1 second, because when I say that specifically, let me not put sixth, just put six. There we are. Wa or Vav is the sixth letter. So W, W, W. World Wide Web. You let he who understand you're not going to be able to buy or sell without a mark, money of a machine. Beast. First computer was called the Beast, I think, right? First computer Beast. Right? The brain of the beast. For the first time, Google's opened its doors. Data. The Beast. The brain of the beast. 2012. NPR. The brain of the beast. Brain of the beast. Google reveals the computers behind the cloud. Find BEAST. Come on, Control F. Wait, no. Stop. All this. Yo. Why are you being an a-hole? Leo, come on. There you go. Really? This is what we're doing right now? BEAST. Oh, it's only one word? Then that's not what I'm looking for, Fuga. Does it dun. Hey. Hey, the beast supercomputer. Bam. A supercomputer called the Beast is untangling religion. Supercomputer in Belgium, the Beast. Okay. Hey. Of course it's overseas. Why would it be here? Hey, I'll put Beast. All right. A 3-story computer in Brussels, Belgium, called the Beast, is described as being the brainchild of the European Common Market. Self-programming. Dr. Hannek Elderman, chief analyst of the Common Market Confederacy in Brussels, has revealed that a computerized restoration plan is already underway to straighten out world chaos. A crisis meeting in 1974 brought together common market leaders that unveiled Dr. Edelman back in 1974 unveiled the Beast. Come on now, this is easy. Easy money. So I just showed you 666 is a machine. I showed you it's connected to an internet. And why am I showing you all of these? I show you all of these because when you start seeing certain things in the news and you start wondering why we're pivoting a certain direction, I don't want you to be surprised about it, right? Because didn't it say it was going to be in your head, in your hand, right? Let's see. Head chip, right? In the news, who's got a chip in your head? Elon Musk. Put the chip in your head by 2022. That's a Mario. So you're going to have a chip in your head or in your hand. That chip is going to be connected to a network that has Unix configuration to be able to do 666. Oh, and if you think Windows is not a Unix-based machine, Windows 11, Android. If you think that Windows is not ready, Google is bringing Android games to Windows in 2022. Why? Because Windows is already running a version of Linux. It is called Windows WSL or WLS Linux. Yep, there it is. Windows subsystem for Linux. So a subsystem underneath the operating system that will run Linux for you. 666. Danye said, tracking everybody on Earth. Yes, sir. Oh, it goes deeper, deeper than up over 6 feet, right, Lil Kim? Right? Let us deal with helium. You know, the stuff that I'm already mining. This right here. 5G. Right? Where's the Explorer? Come on now. Come on. Yeah. Watch me. There you go. So this is how many miners are on the planet already. So as Danye say, yeah, tracking everybody on Earth. Yep. Got your phone in your hand. That's got a chip. If you've got an iOS, you've been using Linux or Unix, right? If you're using Android, you're already using Linux/Unix, right? And if you're everywhere where that, you know, GPS, satellite positioning, whatever, Wi-Fi positioning by this point now. That's what all these devices are for. The Internet of Things is coming. People don't want to deal with what that looks like. Like, that don't look good for breathing beings. Internet of Things in the news, right? The future is not the Internet of Things. You're a lie. The 5 biggest Internet of Things in 2022. When that person just said the Internet of Things is not, right? Healthcare, right? IoT and healthcare. Wheelchairs, defibrillators, insulin pumps, rate monitors, all these ads. For real, I need a new browser without all this crap. So yeah. So healthcare, edge. I tell you about edge computing. What is edge computing? That is servers that are running on the edge, the helium miners, what I showed you with threefold, all of these things. So the edge, and that even includes your street lights, the traffic cams that are catching you when you're driving and you paying all these damn fines now because they ain't trying to have the cops do it. They're just going to have machines police you, and you're gonna just get fines and fees. It sounds like, oh, I don't know, China. That sounds like China. Just saying. I was just saying. Come on now. Business industry in Internet of Things. Yes. We're talking wind farms. We're talking about these new wind farms that I'm looking at. Come on now. Hold on. Wind walls. Right? These things right now. Hey. Right now. Hey. This right here. Look at that. That right there. To a box like that. Really? Is that what we're going to do? All right. There we go. China. Damn right, Danye. Look at that. So what if I had a warehouse and I had a good, and I created a funnel of wind, like created this draft to be able to have like a flow of air that would run through an area where a bunch of these walls were running. Hooked up. What if there was Raspberry Pis in this stuff? Sending it to the cloud. Like, this is what I'm talking about when I said these people are going to energy credits, y'all. It's not something out of the sphere of you investing in. I'm taking the investments we do that are digital, right? Our digital investments, but there's times you've got to take profit and expect a flippening to happen. Look, we went digital. The world went digital in 2000, and that we had that whole internet tech bubble pop. And after that tech bubble pop, we never really fixed the fact that analog was dying. Right? Don't believe me? As Circuit City. As Crazy Eddie. It's practically insane. Right? Best Buy was nothing more than a website that people were on AOL stealing credit cards, buying stuff on Best Buy, getting it delivered to addresses that were not registered with the card, which is why you got to do that now. So then now you took those boxes and then you put them onto a place called eBay and you sold them to get more revenue that you then flipped into something else that you sold, that you put announcements for your sales in. All the announcements for all the sales you were doing were in Craigslist, right? So you would put the things you were selling on eBay into Craigslist to announce what you were selling. And these are the things. Oh, and Google was the way that you were, you made sure you put it in Craigslist so that way all your backlinks to all of your other things that you were selling would show up, because Google was the hacker's search engine. I just showed you, oh, and Amazon is also where they were using the credit card. So I showed you why Amazon and Best Buy were around, because hackers were using that. How do I know? I was designing graphics for hacker companies. That was before I got my job at Citibank. And how I also became an ethical hacker for Citibank. That's how I got to become a beta tester and why I can still get some new software these days. We've got to understand the business has changed. Like, they don't need us in anything anymore. I'm talking to you as somebody who, my fiance is a chef. I can tell you how hard her industry is. I can tell you I have to work in her industry as an employee for her sometimes. I gotta make deliveries. I've gotta go do prep sometimes. We've got to do events. I gotta be a server. You know, ain't you out in here? Like, we gotta make that money. And if people ain't willing to work, well, everybody thinks they're gonna do stocks, y'all. Everybody thinks the market's gonna keep going up. And what kills me is my friends, like some of my friends. Y'all know who you are. We've had deep talks, and one of my friends back home in New York has put everything on the line. Not just in real estate, like now by buying stuff right now at these prices, thinking that real estate's still going to keep going up, even though we see the fractures in that. And he's putting money into, like, I'm going all in, man. When? Where? In what? Oh, Bitcoin's gonna bounce. It's gonna go to 100K. I told you, yeah, it could go to 100K. It's supposed to go to 100K, but the market don't have the cash. I don't care how I feel about it. Just like in 2018, I thought Bitcoin was gonna keep bouncing and keep going up. It didn't. It kept falling. Why? I didn't realize, if I looked at the charts, that the charts told me Bitcoin plays different. Where's my seasons of Bitcoin? Right here. Bitcoin just plays different. See? Here. Boom. This is what we were supposed to have. This huge hyperbolic run up. We didn't get the hyperbolic run up. We got, basically it's played out sideways. But then in January, what happened? When I say played outside, I'm talking about here. We got up here, we bounced up here. There was no more momentum to go any higher. To these higher, this red line here is the 84,000 exit point I wanted to get to. Like I kept bringing down my exit points just because there. I figured, hey, there's some. But again, I didn't learn about the economy. The last few weeks, why I've slowed down on recording every single day is I'm watching videos at 1.1x, 1.5x, or 1.7x the speed on YouTube. If you don't know how to do that, I'll show you real fast. This is how I digest content mad fast, y'all. Like literally. I'll find something, let's say this video right here, where he says it's gonna pump, and I'm telling you, nah, homie. Right? And then you see this right here. Well, hold on. We gotta go through an ad. So let me put this on mute real fast so we can get through this BS ad. Boom. So now we got this, right? Right here where you see the settings, boom, hit that icon. See the playback speed? Boom, hit that. I'm at that speed right now. That's how you get through content. Yeah, Danier's right. People do not have the money to play with at the moment, right? See, and this is the scary ish, y'all. And I'm guilty of this crap. So I'm not casting no stones at nobody in no glass house because my house is a glass too, right? No more than 20% of your assets, your cash flow, your liquid revenue, or your wealth, right? Period. No more of your asset class is supposed to be in the market. I'm going to say that one more time. Not more than 20% of your 100% of your net worth should be played in the market. You should be concentrating on entrepreneurship. How do you build subscriptions, services, products? Why subscriptions? Because that's residual. That's like rent, right? Digital rent is called subscriptions. So I think of the internet no different than real estate. What's a website? It's a piece of land. What's the hosting company? That's the place that you can buy some land. Really, the land that you purchase is the domain. You know, you're the king of your domain type beats. So the home, your domain, home page, home, you buy a domain name. Then you host it on a piece of property. You then bring people to that property. Depending on how many people visit that property, you either have a residential business where it's for you. So like you can create a page to put your graphics on there or your music on there and people can potentially buy it hobby style, right? Like selling out of your own house, selling out of your garage, selling out of your trunk, right? Or you can have a business where you need foot traffic. So what do you do for foot traffic? You either buy in a premium place. That could be Shopify. That's like a mall. And that mall could be led to your storefront. See how it's you look at it digitally, but I keep it physical. Don't turn something simple mad complex. The digital space is a physical space. It's physically represented in a digital space. And when you understand that, then you just need to play it exactly the same way. How do I play my girl's catering company online? I play it exactly the same way I would play it physically. I would put up snipes. I would put banners up in a store, right? They usually have the community board, the bulletin board. And you would put coupons and ads on that bulletin board. Our bulletin board is called Facebook, Instagram now. Back in the day when I used to work for Jay-Z Street Team, yes, I used to work for Jay-Z Street Team. I used to work with Pain in the Ass. Okay, reloaded. Wayne. And I had to put up snipes, those things, the pictures of the CDs and the singles and all that stuff. I put up snipes because I was trying to get in the office. I never got to get in the office because he decided to do push-ups naked in front of the secretary and got kicked out. Talking about I'm getting strong for you, baby. God. But what we did was we put them on like construction companies and empty buildings or empty storefronts. You just put that up. You put up your snipes, and then people would see that, and then that they'll go to the club. That's if you wanted like you wanted to make sure he get like people would see him at a club. So we put the snipes up and say, hey, he's going to be at the this, that, and the third, right? That is how this game runs. So physically, this picture that we're playing is all things that were analog had gone digital, but none of us pivoted our digital businesses. Kind of did, right? I jumped faster than anybody else. Why? I went to a studio back in 90 something. One of the new cats that was producing a bunch of uh, 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 people that were working with Large Professor was using this new thing called Pro Tools. They weren't using a big hard desk. He was using a small interface, some type of digital interface, and it connected in, and then he ran into a Pro Tools system, and he had Pro Tools in his house and a Mac. And I looked at that and I was like, this one of my homeboys is paying this dude $500 to $1,000 for a session, but that's cheaper than what it would have been if he had gone to the label's choice of the studios they chose, which they had kickbacks from. And that's how I saw this game. And I was like, oh, so wait a minute. My dad, again, somebody who lost his copyrights by not actually copywriting his work and had his material stolen and put on uh, one of those morning day shows. And that's what led to me realizing that your assets, you just need to prove you own them. And as the digital age started, we now had as soon as LimeWire or what's that other one, the Napster. When I saw Napster, between me going to the studio and seeing that people were going to use these digital things, and my dad was using Cakewalk back in the day, and I was like, oh, there's still Cakewalk on a PC. I could probably use use Cakewalk or something to record. I could record at home. I now didn't need to go to any of the music stores to buy hardware anymore, and I just had bought an MPC 2000 XL and had to modify it to put those Zip 100 drives and all that ish in it. I realized that it was a WAV file that was going to win. And then this new thing called an MP3 came out, and I was like, it won't matter. Like all my homeboys was, oh, the fidelity of an MP3, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, my nigga, there's a Napster. And I can sit there and chop together myself with somebody else and say my stage name featuring this person, and I just have to find the song with the acapella of a track that just came out, and I just put it out before anybody in my neighborhood did. So now I have these features on my shit that's in Napster circulating the web. Tragic circulating. There's still somebody out there that has like my stuff featuring like Jay-Z or featuring Busta Rhymes or MOP. I have a bunch of cuts that I did that way, circulating it through Napster. And I was like, oh, Napster's gonna crush everybody. But they shut it down. Because Napster was your distribution directly to your own ears. And you were doing that, and this is something y'all heard it from me. I'm gonna tell you how Jay was doing his shit. It's real easy to sell 1 million records when you buy 1 million records. Yes, sir. I play the same game, Danye. I don't change. I never change. I never change. I never change. I take the same play, flip it over and over and over. Here's the play I'm playing, y'all. Again, here's the story. I tell the story over and over again because I don't think y'all get it. How I'm playing the same game. Back in 1992, my staff sergeant in the Marines told me to buy Microsoft at $5 a share. I did not buy it. By the time the year 2000 came out, and I was by the year 2000 something, and by the time I was getting, I was out of the military. I even had a chance to buy it when I got out of the military, still at $5. But I didn't have the money. All the money I wasted. He told me stop being a man whore and buy Microsoft, and I didn't. He retired from Microsoft. I didn't. What did I learn about Microsoft? Because I told him, "What up, K Bangs?" I told my staff sergeant, I was like, who's gonna want computers in their home? He's like, computers are gonna be everywhere. I was like, who's gonna want a computer in their home? Now I got 2 laptops sitting in front of me. I got a phone that's a computer. I got Raspberry Pis running things in the background. I'm buying little micro servers, or what they call edge servers, to do decentralized internets now. It doesn't matter how I feel, right? So what play did I play? Right? What play am I playing? Microsoft had done something that I didn't understand. Microsoft made your bedroom an office. Why? All you had to do was buy Office, put it on your computer, which I built myself by using a book, because it's really Lego blocks. Put Microsoft on there, put the operating system, put the Office suite on there with Excel and all that stuff. And that's the same thing that's in the office buildings. Well, if you have exactly what's in the office building in your house, well, then I found out I could turn one of my bedrooms into an office. I buy a business line, a business internet line. I can write that off. Now all of a sudden I got a business in my house because I wrote off a piece. Y'all get it? And now I do it with hardware. I'm doing it with the smaller form. What I learned from Microsoft was the motherboard, that big board that was in those computers, the big ugly computers from back in the day. These, hold on, boom, new, 90s computers. These big ass bulky things, right? That motherboard, motherboard desktop, right? So these desktop motherboards, this revolution of this thing, big thing that went into those big computers, is now this tiny little thing. You can see the finger on there. These little tiny boards now is the same thing. These big boards are now these smaller boards, and the things that you can do with these smaller boards are what? Well, your cable box is one of these. Your alarm system is one of these. A lot of the VHS and all this stuff is these. Your Roku's are these. Your Google, your Amazons, your Nvidia TV is this. You put Android on here. As Android gets better to work on these Raspberry Pis, you can turn these into Android TVs and make your own damn boxes. So that's what they don't want you to know, is that you now can go from just having desktop-based computers to now you can make whatever you need. If I want to make a remote control, I get a smaller version of these and I hook it to a control, like, hold on. Let's see. A single Raspberry Pi. Berry, Pico, right? Pico, Pikachu, Pico. So I can take one of these. You see the thumbnail? See how the symbol on that is smaller than the thumbnail? All right. See that little thing right there? Where could I stick that, man? Balls. How many places can I put that, man? I'm just saying, man. We're in a digital world where these chips, you can program yourself and you can start doing things. What are you doing? Where are you earning? Because they don't need physical people. Let's go to the news, right? Let's go to some of the things I've seen. Banks are losing jobs. Bankers are losing jobs internationally. Plain and simple. Layoffs are coming in banks because they don't need them. Just like layoffs came for traders. Wall Street ain't the same no more. Wall Street's empty. The physical version of Wall Street's gone. And everybody's talking metaverse. The metaverse. We go to the metaverse. Really? Do you know what that means? Second Life was a metaverse to me. How did I earn? I earned from cash flow that came in from creating items. I bought digital real estate and opened stores on the digital real estate. I sold digital clothes, digital fashion, digital hip hop. I became a DJ in that space. I streamed as a DJ, which is just me streaming. Right? So you can create, and I had a club in there and had DJs coming to the club. That's how it works. We created a in-world real estate property where we sold like access to like places we built out, and you would we'd build homes, and people would rent out those homes, and if not, they got booted the hell off the land. They didn't pay their bill because they wanted a place to, chill out. Because in the metaverse, sexuality will be visible. So do you trust Facebook with your privacy if you're trying to be private in a digital sense of the word? Right? Right now, let's go to business, actually, because it's more important, not the crypto side of things, but the things that I've seen in the business side of things are kind of the more important things to look at. Magazines. Hey, where are you? Profile. There we go. My magazines. See more. Let's look at real estate. So, big problem. Evergrande can't pay its debts. If anybody's telling you that the Evergrande situation is not a problem, let me show you something, right? For those of you that are in the Discord, y'all know I've shown this before, but this is important for you to understand. Charlie Munger has been investing in China. He's been getting everybody to invest in China. This is called Tofu Dreg Projects Construction, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I do this. We're going to go to filters. And what I'm going to do is just go this month. Now, I want you to see all of these videos showing you these Tofu Dreg projects. I'm going to open up one of these so you can kind of see. Now, why am I doing this? I'm doing this because I want you to see that Evergrande situation is a little bit deeper than what they want to talk about. How do you make money? Like, they want to act like we don't understand how to make money, Moors. We know how to make money, Moors. Right? We've got to understand the Trail of Tears led from the coastline that we had ships at, mariners on waters that did commerce on waters across multiple bays, went all the way to Tulsa. So the Trail of Tears led to Tulsa. And then we had Black Wall Street. And they burnt that shit down because we still knew how to make money. It's funny. We know how to make money. Even if you look at how we had to deal with the whole crack situation. Right? We take something that's poison, and then somebody teaches us how to flip it, we flip it. But the thing is, we've been taking these poisons to flip so that we could be imprisoned by it. Not only just physically, but spiritually. And that time is over. Like once we realize who the hell we are, we can see the Bobo. They want the dark ages. Ooh, we back in the dark ages, which is really code word for when Nagas ruled. They just a-holes about it. So in the time when there was a black nobility, we were building things. What they don't want us to know is the fact that, look, if I'm making a money, right? If I build a building, let's say this building is here and this building falls down and this is a mall or this is something else, there's lives that are at stake here. These are properties that had stores, businesses that were relying on commerce within there. This building was paid for, and it was basically said that over X amount of time, this was going to be a revenue generator. Imagine if the Mall of Georgia or the Mall of New York or some mall in California or in Texas that was supposed to make all this money just collapsed. What then? Who lost money? Like, okay, so then if this happens over and over and over again, if all these, look at this, if these buildings are collapsing over and over again, these are all the properties, y'all, all of them. These are the properties that are on the market that Evergrande has. Not just Evergrande. All of this is not just one. These are the largest construction companies in China. So when everybody's sitting there talking about China's coming to get us, like, yo, they've got problems at home. We've got our own problems too. Look at this. They just blew up a whole city. All of this, y'all, a whole little city area was not completed and they destroyed it. Look at this. This is the metal that is in a building. It's bending. That's the rebar that's supposed to be supporting floors or bridges. Look, this guy's just coming in and collapse. They're not even finished building, y'all. This is what I mean when I tell you this is deeper than what they want you to believe. This is what Munger and friends have been buying into. Oh, China's growth, China's growth, China's growing at 12%, China's growing at 26%, China's growing at 30%. Okay, yeah. At what cost? After an earthquake, boom. At what cost? And it don't stop at buildings, y'all. Hold on. Let's go to the dams. Let's go to dams that are that fall apart and are creating floods. Look. There's a waste of commerce. Like, look at this. Look at how much money would we spend to get that up, right? Look at how much money we would have to, and then you can't even get construction done and things are breaking. This is why I'm saying, y'all, when anybody's asking me whether or not I want to invest, ask yourself, if you knew the Lehman situation was even remotely what you see in America, like if America's Lehman situation was, not only was Lehman had a bunch of bad credit on its line, right? So what the whole 2008 thing, y'all, and I need y'all to understand this. This is so important. Please, please, please. This is so important. The whole 2007, 2008 thing that they harp on, which is that crash, which was extreme, was legacy from the 2000 crash that they kept printing money, Greenspan. It kept going till I left the bank at 2004. And I was like, yo, they're tightening, something's wrong. And I left in 2004. Then it crashed 2007, 2008, right? That was subprime mortgages. That was one thing. One. But y'all, that one thing still existed. You could still put somebody in it. There was still a house. You could still rent it out. And those things got rented. The land that construction was worked on that was left empty and barren now have property on them. Imagine you invested in an apartment complex and the building doesn't have enough money to finish itself, and the materials in it are crap. Where is the asset? Where is the money coming from? They are printing it. This is one of the reasons I'm not playing with Tether too tough. Because Tether potentially has China real estate debt on it. This ain't a game to me. This is y'all's lives on the line, and my business is no different than yours lives. I've got to make sure it survives next year, just like you've got to make sure to survive with your family. And what all the notice how everybody stopped with they're still trying to push this. Oh, the Christmas runoff is coming. We're gonna have a Christmas pump. Where? From who? Chicka what? Gotta get a who? Gotta get a what? Nah. It ain't gonna happen. There's way too much waste that happened in China, and that's all gonna collapse. Now, at home, we have our problems, right? Mortgage rates were low. People got into homes. Those homes are tied to derivatives again. Magic contract money. But guess what, y'all? We only had one that cost 2007. Guess what they've done? Yay! Student loans are derivatives. Payday loans are derivatives. Title loans for your cars are derivatives. And it hasn't happened yet, but the buy now, pay later, which is a firm, we'll have to find out if a firm's assets are tied to derivatives, but they might be. So all these pay now, pay later things might end up going on derivatives somehow, some way. Now, all of those rely on jobs. And what I'm here to tell you is, if we go to automation in restaurants, right? Let's go to images, and I want you to see all of the things that are going on everywhere right now. Salads being made with bots, delivery bots. There's in the Discord, BurgerFi is doing bots at the front of the house, which is, taking the order to the customer. Apps. Oh, even at Chick-fil-A, if I'm not mistaken, Chick-fil-A's gone remote. Chick-fil-A remote. Ah, there we go. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you want. Chick-fil-A. She's at home on the phone. Hey. Y'all, let's go deeper than the 6 feet, like Little Kim says. What happens when this avatar becomes a 3D NVIDIA character? CHARACTER. Tell me what you want. Tell me, bird, what you need. I don't get enough for you, babe. Hold on. NVIDIA character. Let's see. Omniverse people. Oh, you know what? I got something better for y'all. Hold on. Barrel. No. Let's go to YouTube. Let's go to NVIDIA. NIVIDIA. And go people. 3D. Come on now. Let's go character. That's probably better. Hey, deep fake. There we go. Weirdly realistic characters. That's a year ago. That's not even the new. I'm trying to find the new. audio to face, so they can take your audio and put it right to face. He did this whole background where he was put onto another scene. Creating MetaHuman, that's what it's called. NVIDIA, METAH human. There we go. There we go. The MetaHumans. So what happens when that Chick-fil-A girl becomes one of these guys? Huh? There we go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, look at that. That's 8 months ago. What happens next year? What happens a year after that? Universal basic income, stimulant was a taste of it. Noel, check this out. And I don't think some of these people understand. You're absolutely right. They need a basic income. Why? Because let me show you something. This is why I got on Cardano. I'm going to show you why I did Cardano, y'all. For those of y'all who don't know why I did Cardano, I'm going to show you. Because there is a person being called Sophia. Sophia in the news. Sophia Avatar. No, Sophia. AI. There we go. Sophia the robot, tokenized for the metaverse. Desires to be a mother. Sophia has. She has citizenship in Saudi Arabia. So she pays taxes, y'all. First android with citizenships now wants to have a baby. Yeah, Unreal. Unreal is Unreal. Like Unreal 5 is the it's coming to blockchain. Literally, it's coming to blockchain. So Grace Grace is also another one. So is Sophia is going to be in the nursing field. They call her Grace, and she's already. Let me see. Hold on. It's Grace Hansen, robotics, right? News. Robotics. There we go. There we go. Top 10 robotic. Grace, ultra lifelike nurse robot. Made by the same people who brought Sophia. So all of these are going to be getting they're going to pay taxes. So they're going to use the robot tax to say they're going to pay you. Now, let's look at Amazon's robots, right? Let's see. Amazon's got a cardboard robot. Right? So they now have a cardboard robot to be able to make their own cardboards. That was 2 years ago. This has already been done. Of course, they're using these other robots that we've seen before to do from Boston Dynamics. They're using the Boston Dynamics robots. They have these warehouses, like, these huge warehouses with no robots in. And then let's not even do it with the, oh, look at this. Smart warehouse. Let me go ahead and speed this up real fast. Playback speed to double time. Right, so let's look at one of these warehouses. Now, unpacking, all of that stuff can be automatically done. They already have forklift robots. So, there, look at this. There you go. So understand, y'all, like, as I'm showing you this, I'm letting you know that not only in the warehouse industry, let's do robot forklift, right? Robotic forklifts. There we go. So there's your robot forklifts. So it's not just, again, not just, um, look at this. It's not just Amazon. And I'm also looking at businesses like this, y'all. Where is your opportunity during transitions? Noah said, I ain't gonna lie, I like my smart vacuum. Yo, here's more businesses coming, y'all. Hold on. You like your vacuum, right? All right, Noel, how about this? What about this, bruh? What happens if I create a business with a fleet of these? Huh? It just got to get smarter right now because they use wires to be able to outline your entire grass. So I think they're getting smart. See, there's a wire that you need to put around your grass so that it has a border for how it works. I don't want that right now. I want it to be able to, like, there's some way they've got to figure out, either there's a drone that does it. Like, even like, look at all these. There's businesses coming, y'all. This transition means you've got to pivot, man. And I don't want people to live in spirit of fear. Like, when I talk about, yo, there ain't gonna be no humans at jobs, I'm talking even corporate. Like, I worked Fortune 500 companies, y'all. I worked at Citigroup Private Bank. Private bank is all the clients in the private bank is net worth of 5 million and above. I've worked at Canon USA, the camera company, which I was telling them we need to switch our lenses to mobile lenses. They didn't want to listen to me. So over time, I just left. And you see what happened to to cameras, right? Phones took over. All right. Then I worked at a company called First Data. First Data is a major e-commerce company, right? Now, all of these companies, the thing is, they don't need people anymore. They don't need, I'm talking about these big companies don't need HR. Why? HR is a robot now, right? They've got HR AI software. HR AI, right? So I'm looking at these plays, like trying to find out which companies can I jump into, or what servers are running the company software. So even if it's like, if you're looking at a software play, there's hardware plays with software plays. These are the things I'm beginning to look at as I'm beginning to look back at the market, because y'all know up until spring I was like, well, I'm not really touching the market because things are crazy. It's way too overpriced. I don't get it. Things just can't keep going up. Now that they've signaled that they're going to do a crash by raising interest rates. When interest rates go up, y'all, the people who have flexible mortgages and flexible rates, they're going to be underwater in their bills. Means they can't pay. We're going to have more defaults. All that's going to be a hemorrhaging, a trickle-down crash effect. People don't have the disposable. People are going to be selling their stocks at the end of this year to lock in their profits and losses at the end of the year. I sold off my stuff so I can write off a couple grand of losses. Harvestable losses at the end of the year. And then January, typical crash, because people take profits at the beginning of the year too. Some people sell at the beginning of the year to pay taxes, and that way they ain't got to deal with it till the next year. Just like Elon did. What did he do? I just paid $6 billion in taxes, or $12 billion in taxes, right? Elon taxes. This whole sell-off that he's been doing, $11 billion. Everything he sold in his stock was to get this, to pay $11 billion in taxes he was going to get. And then what did he do? He flipped it back and bought up the stocks. Elon bought options, I think, right? Exercises more options. Y'all don't see it? Y'all see it, right? He sold off stock, and you have the option to buy lower, so he's buying his stuff lower. Buy low, sell high. But everybody thinks, oh, he says, should I sell my stocks? Yeah, sell, we'll buy it up. All right, well, lemmings jump off a cliff too. My family ain't lemmings. Y'all ain't lemmings. I don't want y'all going ham. Interest rates lead to crashes. So we have robots in warehouses, robots. Oh, check this out. Robot chef. Even in our catering field, I've been looking for robots for us. This is a year ago. Let's filter this. Come on. Let's do this. Let's filter it for just this year. Just this year alone. Pizza bots. Oh, what's that in the fry cook? That's Flippy, right? Flippy got to upgrade to version 2.0. Flippy the robot. Yep, I knew exactly. I know how that looked. I know Flippy. Flippy can do fries. Flippy can flip burgers. Flippy will do a hell of a lot more in a bit as it keeps growing. This is the technology at our disposal. How much is Flippy? How much is Flippy? Robot. Right? How much is Flippy? Flippy is $30,000, y'all. Let me say that again. Flippy, this right here, is $30,000. Works all the time. Can work damn near 24/7. Needs minor maintenance. Do you see where I'm heading? Do you see why I say there will be no place for us to work? We're talking about fast food. We're talking about warehouses, right? I showed you the forklift. I showed you the warehouses run by themselves. We got trucks that drive themselves, right? So we've got our robot trucks. I just use the word robots because it's easier than saying artificial intelligence and all that. And let's not even go that far in the past. Let's just do this year, right? And there we go. Will robots trucks take your jobs? Here's one. There's a unloader. Robot pickle demonstrates truck unloading. So there you go. Highway trucks are like electric trains. Let's say AUTOMAT, automated trucks instead of robot trucks. Self-driving. That's probably what I need. Self-driving trucks. Boom. Bye, right? And then let's do again this year alone. There you go. Embark CEO on the future of self-driving trucks. Aura rolling out trucks. Of course, he's rolling out trucks. Embark again. So you're seeing more and more companies are coming out with trucks to fix that other problem, right? So that takes care of our trucking issue. So you got end to end. Oh, farm. Oh, let's go. Robot farms, right? Because you got to go farm to table, right? So you got to go farm to table. Oh, you see this? I just asked for a farm, but you see the building. So that's your construction company. There's your construction industry getting automated. Again, all these robots will be available for purchase. So, see, agricultural bots, vertical farm bots, modern farming, warehouse where thousands pack groceries. So there's your grocery bots that takes care of your grocery. We call them ghost warehouses. Will start delivering your food to you. That's why Amazon got Whole Foods, so they can get into that game because they have plenty of warehouses to purchase. Then you'll have people that will just take these the Bitcoin people will end up getting into the farming thing. And then there's a robot farm, robot farms for chickens and cows. I'm just showing you. I'm showing you the business of what's happening. Then, of course, you've got investors, people that do the stock market. What's going on with them? They're losing their jobs. Let's see. Hold on. Let's go bankers. Banker. BANKER layoffs in the news, right? UniCredit molds 3,000 voluntary. Dutch bank is cutting a few jobs before Christmas. Another bank makes a surprise redundancies. In the UK, they make you redundant. For those that you need the keywords to search for people getting laid off. In America, you get fired, you get laid off, or you get laid off because fired is harsh. You get laid off in America, you get made redundant overseas. Right? So banker, read, D-U, read-D-U-N. Redundancy. See? Redundancy. 2 UBS banks cleared. Community banks. Case of green. Downsizing, career operations. Oh, downsizing is another word. So that's how you can get your keywords to find out like who's downsizing. Right? Downsizing, GM, UBS to cut back on investment banking, downsizing. UBS, Lloyd's, downsizing. Charlotte's biggest banks are closing branches. So also think about that too. Where's your money? What bank is it being held at? Do you have it diversified someplace else? I don't know the gold play or silver play. That's just not my thing. I haven't been in it as far as how to lock down your wealth. I know they don't want people typically don't want you to buy gold stocks. They want you to buy physical gold. At this point, I don't know if that's a play for me. I don't know if I want to shave gold bits. I don't know if we're in a Venezuela situation or not for any of that crap. But I just want you to see this. Like Chick-fil-A is virtualizing work. How many more businesses will begin to do this? And what happens when those become avatars? Speaking of which, let's also talk about the music industry, right? They've already shot the shot across the bow and they use will.i.am by having alter ego. Alter ego. There it is. Right? TV. Social images. So this show finished off, and all of these judges, will.i.am and the boy band dude and Elon Musk's girlfriend right there. Elon Musk's girlfriend right there. Elon Musk's girlfriend right there. will.i.am, who's been a part of this transhuman agenda. Elon Musk's girlfriend, who, you know, they named their baby like a whole zibbit dap dip whatever. It was like a whole numbers and gibberish. It was like somebody took a random key generator and made a name. Her. Boy band. Roxy and what's her face? Isn't it ironic? Her behind. Right? And they're looking for the next virtual artist. Now, to pull this one off, I can show you the hustle for this. Because you know I love showing y'all hustles, y'all. realllllll. For those of you who haven't seen it. Real. I think it's it. There we are. For those of y'all that don't know, now you know. You take this product, realllllll. There's iClone, which can have you set up your scenes, get your characters in there. They have a character creator. So again, I told you avatars are coming. I was not playing. Avatars are coming. So there's your avatar right there. So you can create your persons from photo or whatever. They've got plenty of them. You can create your orcs and your games. Those all my in-game assets are going to probably come from, and my NFT assets. You can see all the stuff that it's associated with and all that good. Then let's see. We've got motion capture. So 3D. Bow. So then you put on a motion capture suit, and then you can basically real time capture motions in real time. Right? So there you go. And then you put this thing on your face. It's a you can use an iPhone Touch or the iPhone itself, and that's going to capture your facials. Right? So there you go. That captures your facial features. Put that all together, and you get alter ego. Just so you know, there's your hustle for how that got pulled off. And then you can tie this all. Oh, you can export this all so that you can have it working inside. Hold on. Hold on. Right here. Unreal. There you go. So then you can hook it to Unreal and upload your content directly to the Unreal platform and put your character in a virtual place to perform your virtual animations or scenes or whatever. So if I wanted to make a world as an NFT and I wanted my character to be in that world, or if I wanted to make a music video that was in 3D and I wanted my 3D character that looked like me to be in a world, guess what I'm doing? See, you've got to become a media creator. So what is one of my strategies? I've been telling y'all inside the damn Discord that I'm going to be using CD Baby heavy next year as my I already use it for my distribution. There is reasons for this. Music distribution. This is why. I don't care what nobody else tells you about nothing else. I can upload unlimited music. Okay, you can upload unlimited music. Okay, got you. Ask yourself a question. How much does it cost you to do YouTube then? Who is it that's... I'm going to show you something. Because I'm not trying to be a hater. I'm really not. Unlimited. What's the name of that company? Unlimited music uploads Spotify, right? Who is it? What's the name of it? DistroKid. Okay, boom. Sorry, DistroKid. I'm gonna have to do this to you. DistroKid. DistroKid YouTube money. Boom. How much does it charge for YouTube? Your first single, TuneCore, $9.99 a year if you go to TuneCore, $19.99 a year if you go to DistroKid for the single. YouTube monetization, $4.95 for every release. So you've got to pay $19.99 and then it's $4.95 for every release. So you're still paying for money. And then where all does DistroKid get you into? Hold on. DistroKid. Outlets, right? Inlets, outlets. Spotify, Apple, TikTok, and Rezo. And is that free? Is all of that free? Or you got to pay for that too? See, I don't use it, so I really don't know about that one. But I can tell you right now, you got to pay for extra for all your things, and you got to keep paying on your YouTube plays. This, I get YouTube for free. I get royalties in YouTube. TikTok, I get paid there. Amazon, Pandora. I get Napster Play sometimes. Definitely Spotify. Definitely Apple Music. And of course, they have Apple, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, Pandora, YouTube, TikTok, Rezo, Deezer, Shazam. So again, when I'm telling you about Shazamming, make sure your content's Shazammable. I told y'all in the Discord about that. Tidal, of course, Napster, Claro Musica, iHeartRadio, 24/7, K Digital, right? I get plays from Tencent, so that's China, and I get plays from Russia. You pay once. That's the goal. Pay once. Now, when I distribute, I want to make sure I get my stuff on YouTube. I put it on playlists, and I distribute that stuff, and I get my royalties and my streams from all of that. But then what happens if you do 3D avatars, right? Create characters. This game we got to play has got to be different, y'all. We've got to look at this differently as media people. You have assets. What is a label for? We got to play the truth, right? Let's stop bullshitting ourselves. What was its presence supposed to do, right? It's supposed to take your intellectual property, the music you record, and it's supposed to sell it. Music business. How do they sell it? They partnered with radio stations back in the day and did something called payola. They got as many plays and views to it as possible, and then they rated you for your royalties because they spent so much money trying to promote you. That was always a lose-sum game because it's already a Ponzi scheme. How many people, if 9 out of 10 businesses fail and every artist you have is an independent business, that means 9 of the 10 acts you have aren't going to be successful. You rob 9 to pay 1. Doesn't that look like the label now? What is a label supposed to do? What do? They take your assets, they earn that money, they stick it with a bank, and they earn interest on it. Now, if I just showed you how to make money with CD Baby, and CD Baby tells you, hey, we can take your money, your music, and when you make money with it, we'll put it in a account at your discretion. So a bank account, a PayPal account. And if I can hook my PayPal account to something like Coinbase or my bank account to something like Coinbase, and I can deposit it and earn percentages on any of these coins, I'm now earning interest from my royalties. Isn't that what the label doing? I'm just keeping it simple. I'm not trying to make this freaking complicated. I'm just showing you that their hustle, their game, the technology of what that did to keep themselves in business. Like you can be Walmart. Why? You no longer needed Walmart. Remember back in the day, Walmart, to get into Walmart, it was like you had to kill, like you basically had to sell sell your child, sell contracts to your child to get into a Walmart building back in the day. Now you can get on Walmart just by going through their website and just selling third party. Because they're trying to compete with Amazon, who's selling third-party people. You can make a product, buy a product, ship a product, and sell a product via Amazon or Walmart. You have the same access. Walmart's become the mall. Amazon's become the mall. Shopify's become the mall. Your own individual web pages, like how MG has his own page, becomes your own mall. Those are your pieces of property. How many people visit that? How much do you get monthly? That is rent. That is residuals. That is reoccurring income. That is subscriptions. Reoccurring. That is royalties. Royalties is the same way. How much royalties am I trying to make? I'm trying to do like 2,000 in royalties a month. And just passive. And then I could take those, like if I'm getting 2,000 in royalties a month and I could take $2,000 and earn on it percentage wise, APR. And like, even if I wanted to wait until Ethereum goes down and bottoms out in the spring and I start buying it again and I buy it at 4 and I can get 4, I buy it and I get it at 4%. That's what we've got to look at, y'all. The transition I made from analog to digital when I left the bank was PayPal became my bank account. I got a PayPal debit card. I could now cash out again. I lost the traditional bank because I could because when the economy was getting shaky, they made you keep certain limits in your bank account. So you need to keep a minimum of $500 or they're going to close it down because it's expensive for a bank to hold cash. It's a liability to hold cash, especially in high interest situations. Cash to a bank on hand is liability. It needs to be leveraged out. That's what the fiat situation is. So guys, y'all, just understand the market is not in a place right now that is good for investments. Damn it, hold on. There we go. It is not in a good place for investments. We are getting ready. And I always tell you, so within 3 ranges, when we have a dip within 3 ranges, it'll come. And even up here, when I missed this one, I missed it here. Remember, I always tell you, it's 3 ranges. Within 3 ranges, this dip came. Within 3 ranges, we're already seeing it. And if I hit refresh, let me hit save real quick. If I hit refresh on my... Look at my weekly real fast. There. Look at this. Again. On the weekly. On the daily. We've got 1 tick. We've got 2 ticks. We are now working on 3 ticks underneath the 200-day moving average. That is very bearish. When it crosses that 200-day moving average, and I want to go back in the past. See right here? I'm sure this is going to look different from when it was because it was probably up here when it crossed. And then of course, it's an average, so it average means itself. So you can't really go on the past and use this one. But on average, you can see somewhere up here, it had crossed over and then it just totally crashed out. Whenever you get this 200-day moving average, whenever you get underneath this, it is no bueno. And we have, if we go on the week, we have this week and next week left. This is a serious dip zone. Within this zone, a serious dip will come. And again, our purple is here. We bounce to the next purple. That'll be 41,000. So as I told you, what is my play? I'm on Kucoin playing the 3x short. I'm in a short position that's already earned 2%, 3% on the day. Because if I tell you I believe Bitcoin's going to go down, well, now I have a way to play it and put my money where my mouth is because I believe it. Here is right here, and I want you to see I only have 3 ticks right here. I didn't use the 20 moving average. I used the 50, the 100, and the 200-day moving average. So you can see I have a yellow, I have an orange, and I have a red right there. So if we zoom down, we have this yellowish. Hold on, let's do this so you can see it. There, these 2 right here. So we are above the 50-day moving average, and we got a boop bounce, right? Now we're getting to the 100-day moving average. And in time, as it's converging, we'll get to that 200 moving average to the upside. When we go above that, that's basically end all be all, right? That's going to be, it's time. So again, we're starting to see positive on the other side of the BTC play. As you know, it's negative on this side of the BTC play. Negative on this side because we're underneath the 200-day moving average. And we are just waiting for what on this side of the play to get above the 100 moving average before I will probably go a little bit heavier on my short play. All right. So those are what's going on with crypto winter. Let's see. We're still down on the day. Rivian's down 8. I'm going to actually look at gold plays and see where some gold plays. I'm going to be looking at chip plays. I'm looking at robotics plays because I believe that I'm looking at where, like, as you've seen today, right? You've seen cars, you've seen lawnmowers, you've seen warehouse forklifts, you've seen grocery stores that are using robotics. We're talking motherboards, CPUs, right? Which CPUs can be made in America? Which CPUs are going to be saturating the market fastest? Who's going to get it there by spring? Raspberry Pi might be going on the stock, might be filing. I think the Raspberry Pi IPO. I don't think they are. Is reportedly planning an IPO next year. That was in November. Plans a 500 million spring listing, according to Tom's Hardware Guide on the 28th. So, Raspberry Pi is looking to IPO. So y'all know, you already know, I'd be buying this board or buying this stock because of this board. So, just keep an eye. One of my mentors told me, if you're going to buy electronics, or you like, so me, I'm going to be buying robotics, or if you're going to buy phones, if you wanted to buy a phone, then what is inside that phone? What are the chips? What are the parts? What are the minerals? What are the materials? Are there new materials? What companies are manufacturing those materials? So even if you're looking at car, you like Tesla, or you like Rivian, or you like whatever, what's the things that are the same? Are they all using lithium? How are they doing lithium? Is it wet lithium, dry lithium? Who is the supplier of that? How do they manufacture their body parts? What is it made out of? Is it composite? Is it are they using graphene? If they're using graphene, then there's graphene plays. Are they getting it from some place that is a graphene play as a supplier? As automation goes into the workforce, right? So this is like my 2022 kind of like my strategies for my hustles on the stock market, because I think there'll be some stock plays that'll start happening once, interest rates start going up. So what's going to be my stock plays? They're going to be, I'm going to be looking at maybe food. I might look at fertilizer because I know there's fertilizer issues. Or I might be looking at companies that have maybe organic ways to get fertilizer to croppers at a cheaper rate. Or what technology is going into the fields to help the labor costs, or the lack of labor, or any of the problems we're having with the border, right? If the border is a problem, that means they're going to go automation in the fields. Like right now, even like robot and wheat. I think it's a laser, right? I think there's like here it goes. Terminates weeds without any pesticides. See? Uses like a laser instead of chemicals. So you can have like these organic farms that are literally just driving there and zapping the weeds with light, like a kid with a a magnifying glass. Right? So now you're not even using any chemicals to kill. Like they'll do that with bugs. They could do that with a lot of things. So just think about it that way, right? There's a big transition coming from everything that is analog that we know to everything that's digital. Like I'm looking at what can be a pivot for property in malls. Like what happens when malls go barren? What happens to those malls? What can we do in those malls? Like what can be created if you had enough cash flow? What could you do? Or businesses, like if you know there's areas where a lot of these businesses are closing down. Like I'm looking at how do I put, like I told you, those wind walls, um, as well as solar panels. Can you talk to farmers? Right? If you deal with farmers, you're dealing with like right. Hold on. Let me go to YouTube. I know there's farms generating energy with methane. Methane power. Yeah, farms generating methane. Swine waste turned to power homes. This is 10 years ago. All of this technology is going to come forward. You can have your own biogas bladders. So, like, again, if you look at YouTube, I tell y'all, I use YouTube. I've used YouTube to become a graphic designer. I've used or web, well, really web designer. As far as I was doing like the MySpace stuff, and I've gotten to marketing because of MySpace, um, on YouTube. Excuse me. Um, I got into development because of YouTube. I got into UI UX. I've gotten into investments. I got into blockchain investments because of YouTube. I'm getting into mining, blockchain mining, Wi-Fi mining, and soon I'll figure out how to get into solar mining, whether it be on rooftops or farmland. This is what's going down. We've got to understand that they're looking for carbon credits, right? That's the new power. Carbon. That is the new fiat for countries. Carbon trading. This was 10 months ago. Better than Bitcoin and gold, carbon credits 5 months ago. I don't know how to utilize these things yet, but I know if we're talking about solar panels, if we're talking about wind walls, and then being able to sell energy back to grid, right? Georgia Power. Huh. So Georgians find out from you or wherever state you are, find out how they are receiving energy. How long does it take you to be able to, and there's people to see, how do I sell energy back to the power company? We've got to turn machines into money. Pi mining. I wouldn't try to mine Bitcoin or any weirdo stuff, but there's other mining things that you can mine. Maybe Monero or something like that. But my thing is that what I'm looking at is things like oh, Macarena, card, chain link mining, right? Chain link, data mining, mine and stake on any computer, mine chain link. This guy here, Vosk, he does a lot of mining videos. Definitely a good resource. Like he does a lot of Ethereum miners and all that other stuff. So, like I said, chain link, data mining, a lot of data mining, things that these companies need, like, or even like Bitcoin Lightning Network. Oops. Bitcoin Lightning Network on a Raspberry Pi, right? It's one of the things I want to work on is setting up an Umbrel setup for a Raspberry Pi and set up a Lightning node. I will be doing one this spring, and I will put the blueprints up. I just haven't had time to put any blueprints up because I'm not using them yet. But just get ready, y'all. We will be building a lot of things. I've already started my miners. I will tell you whichever miners I get rolling. I already told you I'm doing a helium miner. I'm also showed y'all in the Discord that I am doing a where's the Discord? There it is. Give me. I also showed you I am doing a, I think it's threefold. Oh, that's it, threefold. Threefold.io. Here we go. This just came in. I'll be putting this up this week, and I'm gonna actually get another one once I get this up and running. But this is decentralized servers. This is the edge servers. So I got an edge server. I just gotta deploy it, which I haven't deployed it yet. Powered by a decentralized OS, and it's a Raspberry Pi, by the way. 1,042 nodes. I'll be one of those. It'll be 1,014.03 once I get going. Be the internet. Get a 3 node. And that's how I got it. Titan version 2.1. Right now, going for that much now. It was 500 when I got mine the first time. So these things are going up, but I will be getting another one of these. Like I said, they're using Raspberry Pis. I don't know how they got 32 gigabytes of RAM, though. Because I thought there was only 8 gigs of RAM. I thought that, wait. No, wait, no. Nope. This is not a Raspberry Pi. Sorry. This is an Intel NUC. Yep, this is an Intel NUC. So yeah, it is that. So yeah, the Titan is a NUC. And I showed a picture of that in the Discord, I believe. Let me go 3 THREFOLT. There it is. Jump. Here it is. So that's what I mean. Like buying hardware. Hardware is your play for next year, just to get through hardware subscriptions, services, entrepreneurship. Like we're gonna be doing more entrepreneur stuff next spring, as well as more packages. One of the things we will be doing is we are going to be launching on ToxicHustle once I launch the site, which I am rebuilding it again because the team is helping me set it up as a SaaS. So it's going to be a subscription as a service on the back end. It's not anything y'all got to worry about now. What I'm doing is in the future, people are going to be able to sign up and have their own services underneath ToxicHustle. So you'll be able to sell things for yourself underneath ToxicHustle in the future, like marketplaces. So they're helping me set it up so that can happen. And then that access for you to sell, because all the information, for the most part, information there will be free, unless it's like trading stuff, like deep trading stuff we're doing, like in real time, that might have some subscription costs. But that's what we're doing. We're creating that so I, inside the system, can create my own levels of sales for my own private stuff. That's not ToxicHustle business. Like tragic selling samples is tragic selling samples, or tragic selling songs, or exclusive rights to songs is tragic selling songs that ToxicHustle may get a piece of or may not have any rights to, depending on whether or not ToxicHustle's marketing it, which it will. So it'll get parts of my marketing, but marketing fees. So in the future, we want to scale that out to other people. So that's what we're setting up now, is so that I have to rebuild for that. But the team has been helping me. So shout out to them. I don't think there's any. Oh, business. Let me do business real fast. And then I think we're good to go for the rest of the week. And I'll kind of give you some ideas of what I'm waiting on. China's economy, more and more real estate developers are defaulting, causing more layoffs, causing more infrastructure issues. More and more robots for picking fruit and all that other stuff are starting to roll out. So these are sensitive sense robots that can pressure sensitive to make sure they don't destroy things. Employees are learning to make automation work for them. I told y'all in the Discord that automation is, there's Zapier, that you can use to automate your apps. When an email comes, do something. If then that, right? IFFTT, whatever the hell. And then the free version of this is my go-to, N8N. You can install it on Linux, Raspberry Pis. You can install it on desktop now. They have a desktop version. Right here, see, desktop app. You can download it. It's on it's on Apple and Windows. There's a cloud version and the self-host version you can run on Linux. All right. So, and then this is again a visual workflow designer that you can hook into other APIs and have it do things. So you don't have to have the website do everything. You can have, so people are learning that you can automate things in the cloud, and they're getting jobs from that. So you can put this on your resume and earn from it. So again, I'm showing you how to earn. At 75, I still have to work. Millions of Americans can't afford to retire. So a lot of boomers are going back to work, because a lot of us are getting out of the workforce because it makes no sense. Why are you commuting to a computer? That is stupid. If a business is in 2021, 2022 is still making you commute to a computer, they're wasting money. Why am I commuting to a computer to have meetings? Why am I wasting time? This is why most corporations are 5 years behind, because they have way too many meetings and they don't get enough done. Because you got to spend 2 hours a day, if you're lucky, an hour to work and an hour back, if that's your thing. 2 hours of your life is gone. Robert Kiyosaki is telling everybody about a crash. Look, I trust Robert. Robert gets it. I read his books. He gets it. You can't print money to infinitum. And then our consumer prices are up by double digits. I don't care what they say. They say 6.8% is double digits. If you take in food prices, which they took out of the CPI. And by the way, talking about the CPI, what they use to create your interest rates, I brought it out to show y'all in the Discord. I watched this video from Money GPS. Check it out in the Discord link. But he brought this to my attention. January 2022 CPI, which is the Consumer Price Index, will be calculated on the data from 2019 and 2020 only. So y'all, they've decided they're not even going to use anything from 2021 to calculate how interest rates are handled. And if you don't think that's what they use for interest rates, according to the Seattle government website, GOV is a government site, the Consumer Price Index, or CPI, or as most of my mentors call it, the CPI, is the most widely used measure of consumer price inflation. The CPI measures the average change over time in the prices paid by urban consumers for goods and services. And guess who's a part of this? The Bureau of Labor Statistics. Labor statistics is in charge of how. So if you don't have a job, because they're saying, hey, we don't want to measure these indexes because hey, all of this will show that there's no employment, that this is a bigger problem. They don't want you to see that yet. This video here is about real estate in New York, Billionaires Row, empty. This video here in China is about tons of cars that are abandoned because they bought all these cars to get all these credits, and they're basically parking lots of cars. When I tell you the waste is real, I mean it. The waste is real. I wish I have look at all these cars. Let me double speed, show you playback speed because you don't need to hear anything. But look, brand new car with plastic in it. When China shut down their entire technology sector and began like all this, this was going to be cars that are going to be used for eco cars for the road for delivery. And when China crushed that market, all these cars are now not used for anything, and they're getting write-offs. They're still getting parking stickers and still they're getting incentives for these cars sitting there doing absolutely nothing. When I tell y'all the waste is real, like look at this trucks. It's parked here for a few years, annual auto inspection. It's fishy. I went from the tires, you can tell they're brand new. There's no mileage. A car graveyard. Look at this. Go back. Damn. Look at that. They're finding them everywhere. So when I tell you the waste in China is systematic, and they say that we don't have a Lehman Brother event. No, we ain't got no Lehman. Yo, for real? We don't got no Lehman event. Let me show you something. Charlie, y'all think I'm playing. Munger, China. Seven months ago, the Chinese government will allow businesses to flourish. In this, he's saying, oh, they just grow. They're just so great at growing. They're just going to keep growing. They know what they're doing over there. They've got it better than us. His biggest bet, Alibaba. 2 months ago. China is winning. 11 months ago. 11 months ago, Charlie Munger believes that China is winning. Yet and still, all of this shit. Hold on. Trying to. There we go. More cars. Come on now. The waste is real. Oh, this guy right here smashing up his car. He's smashing up his car because he has to. You have to. You have to get inspected every X amount of years. They basically want you to get rid of your car within like 5 to 10 years. And if you don't, because they're trying to do this emission crap, again, the carbon credit scams, they're been manipulating the carbon credit scam on their side for years. That's all the stuff you're seeing right now. And then what he has to do, he had to pay the person a couple packs of cigarettes. And because he had to do that, he's basically saying, Yo, I am pissed off. Look at this. Look at all these cars. Look at all this is on their social media. Their Google in China. Look at this. This is ridiculous. All this waste. And he said, and he basically has a sign that says, I had to pay this guy. I had to give a bribe to get in the. Here it goes. The sign in the hand. Failed to pass the normal test, but with the bribe of 2 packs of cigarettes, it passed. I am not happy that we have to use the bribe to pass the annual inspection. When I tell you it's corrupt, when I tell, like, we think we got corrupt problems. Our corrupt problems are corrupt, but this corruption, this financially irresponsibility, and all these supposed smart hedge fund managers that have all sunk their money into China, this is what they sunk their money into, y'all. And when I tell you this crash is coming, you see it. You better see it. If not, Lehman still had usable assets. Those homes were still livable. They just overextended on debt. And then the derivatives that were tied to people that had subprime mortgages, they couldn't pay it. They defaulted. Those contracts that were attached to those defaulted. That went bad. That caused a ripple. Too much money tied to it. But guess what? 5 years, 7 years later, those pieces of real estate have people living in them. Y'all, their bridges are falling apart. Bridges collapsing. Sinkholes in roads. Buildings falling. Buildings falling sideways. Malls collapsing. Sinkholes. Bridges and dams. The ghost cities. They even have ghost. Hold on. China even has. China. Shoot. Hold on. China ghost amusement. Y'all, they got a whole amusement park. Inside the Mall of China 1 year ago, empty park. China semi-abandoned amusement park. Disneyland abandoned, knockoff, Nara Dreamland 5 years ago. Theme park, fake Disney park. Ghost train, Naho Amusement Park. Oh, these guys here, ADV China, they show you all the ghost cities. So if you just look up ADV China, they literally were in China driving through ghost cities. That's how real this stuff is. Like it's not a game. Like this is serious. Like this is money that's gone, not gonna ever be used again, can't be used again. And then they torpedo a whole freaking city, like blow up. China blows up city, right? China destroys buildings. China. There. Boom. Wow, those went down. 3 months ago, 3 months ago, 3 months ago. So these are the 1 year ago. That way you can see it's different cities that are being destroyed. The largest ghost city. Saying it's a damn shame when you can look up China ghost cities and find tons of ghost cities. And then the evidently their dam, one of their largest dams, Three Gorges Dam. Issues, right? Their biggest dam has problems. Major problems caused by the Three Gorges Dam. And then China just has dam issues in general. 2021. 2 dams collapsed. That's 4 months ago. 12 dam failures caught on camera a year ago. Yangtze River flood 2 weeks ago. Dam. Hold on. Flood. Let's just do floods. Right? Let's just do floods. Boom. China's Dam of Doom. See, this is what we're looking at. Also, they got contaminated groundwater. Okay. That's like Flint, right? China's floods, dams collapse, severe dam at the Yangtze overflows. So, this is for me. When I'm looking at all of these things now, I'm looking at what's going on in our market. I'm seeing no strength in our market. I know the Fed is going to be raising interest rates. I know interest rates typically start a sell off, especially when inflation or interest, when an interest rate goes up. People that have flexible interest on their mortgages and all that get hit the hardest because it's always over prime, right? The loan is a prime number, whether the interest rate is prime, and it's whatever your based off of whatever your credit score is whatever plus prime plus whatever. So if the interest rate goes up, your prime goes up, and then whatever your multiples on that prime make your rates go up. China's drowning in its own dams. Will it collapse? They're talking about the Three Gorges Dam. 66 reservoirs. So we're not even like, damn, not even dams. We got to also deal with the reservoirs that have issues. So keep an eye on the market. I wouldn't be so heavy if I'm not going to be heavy. If I'm looking at, like I said, if I'm looking at my plays, like I said, you see it. The SPX ain't doing so well. Look at the SPX on the, like, we went into this red zone and sell off. We also crossed the 50 moving average and we're getting ready to touch the 100. Here's the 200 in green, the 200-day moving. So as it comes down, so it's already above the 200-day. Oh no, yeah, it's over 200-day. It's we're waiting to see whether or not it comes underneath the 200-day. So the minute that the S&P does that, that's going to be ugly, effing ugly. And you can see their bodies in the street. So just be careful. Play your positions very light. I would, especially towards end of year. We're playing light. We're playing light all the way till spring. Let's take a look at Bitcoin before we shut it down. And I can show you where we are with it. let us look at this. I've got the 50, no, yeah, the 50, 100. So the 50 is right here. Like if we click on it, we've got our 50, our 100, you can see convergence, and our 200-day moving average. We are all under the 200-day, which is the red line, moving average. We have been, let me hit a refresh on this real quick. Hold on, cancel, seasons of Bitcoin, let me save it. Let me hit refresh, make sure all my lines are right, because sometimes if you don't refresh, it kind of bugs out. There we are. All right, there we go. So we're under the, this is the 200-day moving average. Now look. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. See, now it's not even knocking no more. And we're underneath on the day this purple line, which is also not a good sign because that's a monthly support. You break through monthly, you drop to the next monthly. Your next monthly was 45. If it breaks through that, you're looking at 43-ish. Though 41 is what I'd be looking at. Because I don't think this is a solid monthly line. It may break right through it and go straight to 41. So just be careful because we're at the end of the year. BTC has a significant dip point coming up next week. So don't get gassed. Don't look for no pump. Look, I wanted 2 pumps here. No pumps came. Pause. But that dip, them dips is real. I may not have been able to catch every single pump up because there's no money. But them dips, them dips, them dips, them dips, them dips. There's that last one. It may have missed it right here, but it still came and it was still significant. It signaled. This dip really signaled because we didn't get the pump. It signaled the end. Usually this one signals the end. That's why I said, y'all, when this one comes, people, I've been looking at this thing right here since like the fight that's been going on. Let me show you the fight. The fight is real. The fight to stay above this line has been real, but we are 3 ticks in. 1, 2, 3 ticks. 200 close right there. 2, 3. Purple line to purple line, 41. I got a weekly line right here at 43, but I got a purple line right here at 41. If it goes down to 41, that puts us back into hold on. 41. Actually, that is September's prices. You know, we were buying here back in the 30,000 zone, 35,000. But we do have a 41. There it is. So like I said, we could end up coming back down to 41, which is the next bounce point right here. And then by November of next year, we could be down here. Why are we going to come down in November of next year? Because if we go through Bitcoin, seasons of Bitcoin, and we look at how Bitcoin played in 2017, when it crashed in 2018, which will be next year, how it plays next year, is right here, right? So let me show it to you. Just one more time so y'all can kind of see it. We may not have gotten the pumps of last year, of the last cycle, but we got the dips of the last cycle that still played out this year. So boom. Here's January. There's your dip for January. So when January comes, 2017 run up, we had this run up, and all of a sudden it collapsed December, right? All the way to the end of December. Look, December 26th, December 27th, right after Christmas. You had a little Christmas spike because people bought, got some coupons and some Bitcoin on that day. Got your Christmas spike. Then after the 27th, there's your tanked down to December 31st. Let me zoom in a little closer. Hold on. I'm trying to get you a little bit into this so y'all can see. Y'all can see. Y'all can see. I want y'all to see. Boom. December, crash. Slight pump at Christmas. Sideways, right? So it was already going sideways, bouncing off of this purple line, right? December, it jumps up, goes back to a purple line, jumps under the purple line, January, but runs up for a bit. Then January 7th, just falls and just keeps falling. So basically, within the first week of January, just keeps on hemorrhaging all the way to the end of January. See? That's January. Fripp. That's what January looks like after a halving cycle. I want y'all to see that because I want you to understand why I took my position in a short on Bitcoin. Then after that, February goes up, looks like it's going to go, but then boom, bounces back below and falls further till April. We settle around April. That's why I said by April, I'll look to get back in. Then by November, no, this is June, it dips a little bit further. So June, you still get a dip. So that June dip also brought it down even further. So right here. Then it starts to go up, And I know this is November. Boom, there's November. And then we dip all the way back down to the 3,000 level again, 2018. So next year, November, by December, you're going to be looking at the bottom. That's when I come back in heavy, because as we zoom in from there, that's your bottom, which is right here, like I told you. You kind of like December, you come down, maybe even January. There's still a dip in January, still a dip in February, and then right here, February is about the end of it. It's at the bottom of 2019. Right? And then from there on, boom, there's the run up. That's what I'm looking for. At this point is when I get out of my options. And at this point, as I'm getting out of my options for for shorts, when we get down here in November, I will be getting into options. December, I'll be getting into options for purchasing the Bitcoin run up. I'll purchase the options and I'll be buying Bitcoin. And then I can cash out of the options and buy more Bitcoin. So that's my goal, y'all. That's the gameplay I am going to be making throughout 2022. November 22 is my largest buy-in point. It's where I'm going to be going back in heavy, and I'm back on the cycle, back on into the crypto cycle. I'll be in early this time. Till then, we're going to be looking at hardware. We're going to be looking at stocks. We're going to be taking some short positions here and out, in and out. Keep things flowing. I'll be letting y'all know what the plays are. But for now, that's it, man. Y'all, if y'all don't have any real questions for me, I think we're going to cut it. Cut it. I think I've basically given you the data and also the access of where to get it. So I am going to get back to development. I got to get some code running and also get some food in my gullet because I'm starving. So as always, y'all, I appreciate everything. I appreciate y'all spending time to even watch these long ass videos. Please be sure to like, share it with whomever you can, especially if it can help them financially. Like and share so it can help the algorithms, because you know they be keeping it brother held the hell down because they don't want y'all to get this damn information, because y'all would be out the market and actually buying low and selling high instead of selling high and buying low. Or buying high and selling low. You got to buy low, sell high. All right. And that's what we're working on. Y'all be safe out on these screens.